Now joined by the founders. It's Khathu Mashau and Ngwako Ramohlale, who founded Nunnovation. Guys, compliments of the season and welcome to my live.
Thank you so much.
Ngwako, let's start with you. I mean, what gave birth to the idea to create an online website portal, an opportunity to expose what Africa is doing across these sectors?
We started this in December. Well, the concept started in December. We were concerned with the fact that you've got people like Time magazine and Forbes magazine telling African stories without really consulting with the Africans. So we said, how about we tell our stories in our way, add our humor to what's happening in Africa. We still have a dark cloud in Africa. People still feel like it's not the best place to do business with people. We still live in jungles. And we figured let's also be part of the change we want to see in the world. That's what inspired Nunnovation.
Let me bring in Khathu, because one of the things that are going to come up is duplication. You've just highlighted two magazines. We haven't gone into the digital space. We haven't talked about social media, Facebook, the Twitter sphere. How do you make sure that you're not duplicating information that's out there and that Nunnovation stays innovative, is fresh, and at some point along the line, as part of your growth, eventually becomes the #1 interaction point for anybody who considers to do work on the African continent or wants to find out more about what's happening on the African continent?
Very true. I think our focus is not necessarily to try and compete with existing media. Our focus is to actually give the community, the citizens of Africa, something that they didn't have before, hearing our stories from our own perspective. We are not out there to catch the breaking news or to actually run behind the story like normal conventional media would do. What our objective is to try and go out there and say, those things that they're not telling you, here's the other side of the coin. So constantly, when you guys as the media, like Morning Live and everybody else, when you continue to report on those that information that is relatively sensational, our duty is to go and give you the other side, the good side of the things.
Well, I mean, look, we can debate whether We at Morning Live gives you a fair, balanced perspective. I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, editorially, we have policies in place that make sure that we try and push those stories to tell the side of both stories. But talk to me in terms of the innovation, because right now, one of the things, Ngwako, that we constantly aware of is that if this is about the ordinary person on the street sharing their story, they need to have access to those platforms. How do you as Nunnovation going to breach that problem? Because we understand that it's a growing cell phone market. We understand that there are opportunities within the African continent, but not everybody's on that level just yet.
The great thing about the website is that it's mobile friendly, so you can access it from your phone, your tablet, your laptop, any platform really that's digital, that if you have access to internet, then you can definitely get onto the website. We keep our stories on for a month. It's a weekly publication, but we keep our stories on the website for a month. Yeah, it's a weekly online publication. But we keep the stories online for a month. So if a person who says, I don't have access to internet full time, if you can just go to the internet cafe once a month, just catch up with all those stories, get inspired by what other Africans are doing, then we'll be going the right direction.
Khathu, quickly, there's somebody sitting at home saying, I need to be part of this, I want to hear more about it. Log on?
Yes, we actually just, as I've just told you off air, that we're only 2 weeks old and we are constantly growing at this point. At the rate that we're growing on, we're actually just finalizing our relations with different countries to have the contributors. Now, how we're going to actually get the communities on board, we're going partnerships with your local community radio stations, community newspapers and stuff, and then even our own email address, say it loud at Nunnovation. Everybody else can send us stories that are good, the good news that is happening out there, and those that we need to celebrate.
And you guys will publish it. Guys, we're going to leave it there, but I love innovative things. These are the founders of Nunnovation, Khathu Mashau and Ngwako Ramohlale, who came into studio to share their thoughts. Remember, on Twitter, it's @Nunnovation. You can also log into the website, www.nunnovation.com. We take an ad break.